Take it off his head. Take it off his head. Let him see what's going on. What's happening, lads? How are you doing, mate? You feeling all right, eh? Feeling good, are you, lads? Ooh, you're in a world of pain now, lads, aren't you? Hey, you're in a world of pain now, lads. You know why? Because watch what we do to you, lads, yeah? Yeah, do you want to see something funny, lads? You know, you're laughing, lads, you and your mate on the bike letting all kinds off in funerals. Do you want to see something funny, lads? Yeah. Here's something funny, lads. Bring him in. Bring him in. Not the lads who paid you. Do you want to see where he is now? You ready, lads? Face that way, face that way. Bring him in. There he is, lads. Say hello. Oh, we can't talk, can he? But where's his arms gone, lad? Where's his arms gone, lads? Where's his arms? Bring one of his arms in. You want to shake hands with him? Yeah, I'll tell you what, shake hands with your mate who paid you, lads. Shake his hand. Shake his fucking hand now. Shake your mate's hand, lads. They are a lovely little reunion, this, isn't it, lads? Get him out of my face right now. See you, lads. See you, right. Say my little kid's name, lads. Say his name. You got the card, didn't you? You got the card, didn't you? Say my little kid's name, lads, who you killed. Say it. Say his name. Say his fucking name, right? See this hand, lads? This hand's going to do something to you, right? That you've only had in nightmares, lads. Say my little fucking kid's name now. Say it. Baby Thomas. Bang! Craft knife in his mouth, tongue out, you little fucking rat. Yeah, hold your tongue, lads, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue in the same man, just shook your mate's hands with it, lads. Now, do you know what this is, lads? Do you know what I've got here? Pass me that needle. Do you know what this is, lads? Ooh, it's not Bobby, lads, because if it was Bobby, you'd be flying. Do you know what it is, lads? It's called paralytics, lads. Now, do you know what this does to your mate? Do you know what this does to your mate? It makes you fully aware of what's going on. You can feel the pain, right? But guess what? You won't be able to move, right? Because you know when you think that you're getting it now and you've come to accept that you're getting it now, you're not getting it now, lads. I'm going to keep you for weeks, lads. You are getting it, right? And here's what we're going to do to you, lads. Fingers are gone, but they're not gone where they're at the edges. We're going to clip tie it so you don't bleed out, right? So there's that. We're going to take every one of your fingers, lad, right? See your legs? We've got tourniquets, lads. Yeah, we're going to take them off, yeah? I'm going to take everything off you, lads. I'm going to take your toes. I'm going to take your feet. I'm going to take your legs. I'm going to take everything off you one by one. See this drip? See this drip, right? I want to keep it alive. I want to keep it alive, lads. You are in a world of pain now, lad, right? And I mean, what cat got your tongue? The fact you had the audacity to let off in fuels, right? Even just that alone, lads, on your little shed-ons thinking you're on one. Let's see how much you're on one now, lad, yeah? Let's see how much you're on one now. Give me the list. Does he answer the questions, yeah? Your favourite song, yeah? Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do, lads. I'm going to put your favourite song on repeat for you while you're getting it. So your favourite song is going to be playing over and over and over and over in your head, over and over and over. And can you see the room what you're in now? Lad, you're 4 floors down, yeah? You're 4 floors down. Guess what? No one's going to hear you. No one's going to come to you. No one's going to do nothing for you. And guess what else? I've got your brother. Your brother's coming tonight, yeah? Your brother's coming tonight. And he's going to be sitting with you. And we're going to do the same to him as well, right? I'm going to give you this coin now. I want you to flick up. I want you to nod once for heads. And I want you to nod twice for tails. And you know if you get it wrong, there's your mum and dad coming too. You want to start playing fucking games with me, lads? You just killed me little baby, lads. You've killed me unborn child. Me bird. You've paralysed me bird, lads. Watch what I fucking do to you, mate. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it, right? And it's not just going to be me. It's going to be a few other people as well, yeah? Do you know who our kid is, lads? Do you remember him? Guess what? Here's our kid as well, lads, yeah, and that was his nephew, lads. So think about that, lads, think about that, right? The doctor said he was a little boy, lads, but, you know, you took that away from me, lads. You killed my little unborn baby, lad, right? For money, lads, yeah. Where's your boss, lads? Oh, your boss is in bits. He's in bits, isn't he, lads? What's happening, lads? Hey, give him a little wave. What's going on, bro? Yeah? Know what, lads? That's it. Let the games fucking begin, lads. And you know what? Flick the coin now. Give me that. Flick the coin now, right? Do you want heads or do you want tails, mate? You want heads, okay? You ready for heads? Now, this is your mum and dad's life upon it. And anyone else in the house, right? Whoever's in that fucking house. We've got your address. Is this your address? Nod once for yes. 2 for no. Well, you don't need to nod twice because we already know. Do you want to know why? Pass me the envelope. Because here's the pictures of them all, lads. You didn't think it through, did you, lad? You didn't think it through. Yeah, you didn't think it through. Now, you know what? A city is sometimes right, and the game I'm in, lad, right? It's sometimes it could be, it'd be disastrous, right? But you lads, you are gonna get it on another level, right? That you can't even fathom. Whatever you're thinking now, it's gonna be well worse every day. You will be crying. You will be crying for me to kill you, lads. And you know what? I'm not going to do it because I've got to go and see my bird who's in the hospital, lad. So you know while I go to the hospital, you're going to be sitting here, lad, just imagining the horrific shit I do to you as soon as I see you lying in that bed, yeah? Lad, you made your bed, right? And you're not going to lie in it. You're going to be in pieces in it, you little fucking rat. Right, now let's all take a deep breath and calm it down for a little minute. We'll come back to this divvy, his brother, his mum and dad, and everyone else he fucking knows who was in the house later on in the story, right? So let's just take a deep breath. And I'll tell you how it all happened, right? So I phoned one of your mates, and one of your mates, he's got a firm in Liverpool as well, and the big time that every kid, you know what I mean, that every kid's, and Lindsay's dad, he's done bits with them, like, I know him, don't get me wrong, I know him, he's a good lad and all that, he's a good lad, and I've got a lot of time for him and all that, and he come to Aussie to see me and all this and all that and all this and all that. Right now, what's happened is he gets a phone call. I was in the Aussie at the time when I got a phone call, and Lindsay, she's just like 50-50 what's going to happen with her. So gets a phone call, and it's my mate, and my mate's this leader of this firm in Liverpool. He's a proper good lad, I swear it. So he says to me, listen lad, I've got some news for you and all that. So I'm like, yeah, well, what? He's like, I'm not coming to Aussie because there's busy day, which I understand because there was busy day, and these two busies that were there, they were just absolute little rats, you know what I mean? So I can understand what he's saying. So I'm like, yeah, come to the mansion. I said, what have you got for me? He's like, I don't want to tell you on the phone. I want to bring the people who've told me to you because I'm not relaying information. Now, you see that? That's the difference, right? That's the difference, because it hasn't come from him, it's come from them, and then the people who told him. So I'm like, okay, Sam. So gets our kid, gets a few of the lads and that, and he goes back to mansion and that. So he turns up and that, and they've got this kid with them, right? And this kid, when I'm looking at them, there's two carfuls of them. So I've seen a few of my mates who are knowing that, a few of the proper lads and that, and then there's this car full of just these little gimps. So I'm like, what's that? And I looked at one of them, right, and I'm thinking, I know you, but I couldn't remember where I knew him from, but I knew his face looked familiar, do you know what I mean? So he comes in the gaff and all that. Now, my mate, he's like talking, and this other kid, so I'm like, yeah, that's right, yeah, you used to work for me, didn't you? Now, this kid only worked for me for about a month, but he seemed like an alright lad, so he didn't seem like, I don't know how he knows him. How he knows him is beyond me, do you know what I mean? But the fact that you're in me gaff now about something this serious is alarming me a little bit. What do you know, lad, right? So he tells me, shows me all this stuff on the internet and all this Facebook shit and all this, that. So we end up getting a little hint of what's going on. Now, the lad who put me on him, he's there, and apparently he's given 10 grand for info. Right? So I'm starting giving the 10 grand back, but he's having none of it. Now, you see that? That's what you call him, mate, right? And you know what? He's moved up a level in my books now. Lindsay's there. He speaks highly of him, do you know what I mean? He speaks highly of him, he's done bits with him, or, he hasn't told me the ins and outs, but they've been doing something together, I don't know what it is, but he's pointing him in the right direction for something, do you know what I mean? So, it's not like he owes him a favour because he's paid the dough, but if he likes him, then I like him, because his judgment is like, he's good. And I knew the lads anyway, but I know one of his mates as well, one of his mates is an absolute lunatic, do you know what I mean? He's a lunatic, so they aren't to be messed with, do you know what I mean? They're good to have on side, and they're good to have as allies, and, as far as I'm concerned, right, they give me a little lead on something that I wouldn't have really known about, do you know what I mean? So, he's given us a good lead. Now, we're big in the game, and they're big in the game. Listen, I'm not trying to say they're not big in the game, they are big in the game, right? They're good lads, mate, and the good lads, mate, they got the right morals and all that, and the kid who's the leader of their firm, he's clever, he's on the ball, he does all kinds of shit. You hear stories of him all around the pool, do you know what I mean? You just know it's him, because all you hear is like M5, you just know it's something to do with him, do you know what I mean? I don't know the ins and outs, and I'm not going to talk about it because I don't speak about people, but do you know what? He gave us some good intel, right? So, our kid was there as well, and our kid was saying to me after it, lad, I seen him, and he come to Aussie, I was talking to him, I was like, are you on him? He's like, lad, I'm proper on him. I'm like, yeah. He's going, yeah. He goes, lad, he's fucking all day, and lad, yeah. So the lads who I was with me, the big lads, who I was with the door, they were like, lads, we used to work with him. And I'm like, yeah. I said, oh, I don't know about that, but, you don't need to know about it. It's none of your business, none of my business, just whatever it is, as long as it's not a threat, I don't care. Yeah. So he tells me something, and the lads tell me something, and I'm like, yeah. I thought, you know what? I thought, no way. So they gets off and all that. Now we've got this information, right? So when they've all bailed and all that, nice one, see you later. He wouldn't even take the 10 grand off me, but sound lads, you know what I mean? You know, it's 10 grand's nothing to him, is it? So sound mate, but you know what? In my head, I'm like, you know what? I owe you a favour, and you know, whatever we can do for you. Not that they need us, because they'd never call us like that, but if they did, then sounds. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, people might think, oh, we are fans, and you know, but if you're big in the game, you know everyone in the game. Do you understand me? You might have beef with some people and you mightn't, but you might have allies that people don't expect, and these were good to have as allies, do you know what I mean? They're good to have. And one of his mates, like, now, his mate is like a lunatic, he's a known lunatic, but the main lad, he's not known as a lunatic, but he is, he's like, he's like, who you don't really want to go off with, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not blowing smoke up his ass or nothing like that, but he's a good kid, and what he done for me, I'll never ever forget it, right? So words out, boom, 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 get these to me, get this to me, blah, blah, blah. So we set little traps and all that, we've had intel, we've had people going there, you know what I mean, watching gaps and this, that, because who he's told me about, right? It was someone who's posted something on the internet, and you know, the kids being killed, and it's linked us to who his best mate was, or who his mate was, who it could be. Now, we're not going all in on him, right? We're not going all in on him, but it could be him, right? It could be him. Now, the silly little boy made the mistake of, there was a couple of mistakes he made, actually, and it was weird. It was weird how stupid you are. You know, you just done something like that to us, you know, we're with the old bands, I'm with the old bands, mate. You've got to be careful, you know, if you start to throw hits on people and all that, for Joe, you need to be careful, right? But it's not just him who wants, because one of the lads doing the shit on, he got put to bed, but the other one didn't. He's escaped. But I want to know who he's being paid by to do it. Do you get what I mean? So now we've got eyes on this kid, right? Because this is important. We've got eyes on this kid. We've got people watching him. We've got people following him, right? And they're oblivious because we're good. You know, we're professionals. This is what we do, right? We're following him with this, with that. And he ends up going to a boozer to meet someone, right? Now, when someone goes to a booze to meet someone, right, and they're just normal, they just walk in, right, but this kid's looking round, he's all paranoid, he's this, that, you can see in his face that he knows that he's in a world of pain, mate, if something ever comes back on it, right? Now, when he goes to this boozer, I don't even know why or how he thought this boozer was sound, but our mate owns this boozer. Do you understand me? So we've got eyes on, we've seen him go in the boozer, but then the next day, I've gone and got the CCTV off the boozer, so I've watched them sitting there, they're laughing, yeah. Now, here's the important part. The lads who he's sitting with, the fella he's sitting with, he passes him something, that's the dough. That's whatever dough he owes him, right? And now, what happens is, the lads who he's like, giving the dough, I've got major beef with him. We've all got beef with him. He's a little rat, right? He's a little rat. He is big in the game, but, you know, he's a little shithouse vomit, mate. He's a little vomit, right? And he's like, I think, you know, I didn't think at first, because I think he'd have the balls to do it, but now thinking about it, when I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, that's 1,000,000% him, because he got rolled over something, but it wasn't even really us who rolled him. He rolled himself by being a dickhead, you know what I mean? He's tried to bump us and got bumped. Now, the fact we didn't do nothing to him was only because of, like, all right, you're a bit of a dickhead and all that. He wasn't really big enough to be asked about. Does that make sense? Now, that's where your underestimate feel comes into it. We underestimate him a little bit because he's a dickhead. Yeah, he's just a fat dickhead. Now, what he's done is, he's took it to the next level. He must have heard about the funeral, and I know quite well that he would have heard about the party after it, because I know someone who he knows, and the person who he knows knew about the funeral, knew about the party after it, so I can connect the dots. Listen to me, I'm connecting the dots, and I'm just like, you little rat, mate, you little fucking rat. You want to start all that, yeah, sound, let's go. So I already, listen to me, I know for a fact it's them. I know it's just, there's too much linking, there's too much shit going together where it can't be them. And no one's heard nothing off anyone else, there's been nothing else on the streets, and we've got eyes and ears everywhere, all over the pool, all over the northwest. I'm asking firms, I'm asking this, I'm asking that. Everyone's just like, lad, listen to me, if I knew anything I'd tell you, and they fucking would, because this is serious, yeah? You've just killed me kid, you've just paralysed me bird. Listen to me, who do you think you are? Yeah, and whoever's getting it, is getting it, and everyone knows they don't want a part of it, because they just know, and we're all out. Listen to me, listen, you just paralysed old man's daughter, mate, and killed his grandkids. You're getting it from about 10 different angles, you know what I mean? And our kid's a lunatic, and he's like, lad, that was my nephew, they've killed me nephew. So it's going off, so we're all out, we're buttons all everywhere. Listen, lad, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, find me something, and no one's come back with none, except for me, mate. He's the only one who come back with a lead. So when we followed them and we watched them and all that, we've had eyes on them for about a week. It's them. It cannot be them. And the cheeky little rat didn't even bail out the house. He's still in the same house, right? So I'm like, all right, Sam. So what the original plan was, we were going to go and just do them. We were just going to go and do them, right? So we get blacked out and all that. We goes down there and all that, right? And as we goes down there, what does we see? We sees the shit on. We sees the exact same bike, not even in the house, outside the gaff. What are you on about, lad? What are you on about? So we've come back, and I've been like, yeah, right, listen, go and grab him, go and nap him, the person who's paid him, nap him, and get him tonight. They're like, all right, because he's easy to get, everyone knows where he is, do you know what I mean? And the little bellend's still being brazen, and he's all sitting there thinking he's top of the world and all this and all that. So anyway, we've sent a different firm down, who's our firm, but like, not us, do you know what I mean? Dave grabs him, they phone me, I'm like, take him, such and such. Now we've got this gaff, right, and this gaff is just heavy. It's like a red room, but it's, you know, I don't want to sound like it's like all dark web shit, but it's like a red room, right? And where we are, it's 4 floors down, no one can hear you crying, mate. Believe me, we've had a few people in there, we've just battered them. We haven't necessarily ended them, but we've battered them. And the screams, listen, your screams can't be heard, right? Know what? My goal is to get this lad who's paid them and the lad on the shit on into this room, right? And you know, when I get these, right, you know, when I get my hands on these, mate, watch what happens, right? So gets a phone call, be like, so we bailed from there. Now we sneaked up on this gaff, we were ballied up and all that, we sneaked up on this gaff, seen the shit on, and we just thought, abort, because if I get in now, or I go in like all guns blazing and we do them, then the main lad who's paid them, he's going to know and he's going to bail, because he'll be like, yeah, Dave's just absolutely just been like, and just spilt the beans. So what we want to do, we want to get them by the element of surprise, don't we? Get them both at the same time, more or less, you know what I mean? So once we've got word that we've napped the fat diffy, the bellends who's paid them, and he's in there, that gaff right now, we've got some fella there, and that fella's called the Butcher. Listen to me, he's not called the Butcher for nothing, right? So he phones me up and he's like, what shall I do? I said, lad, see what you're known for, lad. I said, all in. He's like, all right. So I can hear him saying to him, say hello to him on the phone. And the kid's just like, it wasn't me. He was going, bam, bam, bam. So I don't even know what he's done to them yet, but I know he's not going to be fucking breathing by the time we get back there, right? So we grabbed this kid, he ends up going through this door, just absolutely burst this door, grabbed the kid and all that. And the lad, he's got a brother, and the brother's a bit of a prick as well. So I'm not asked, you're just getting it just through association, you know what I mean? So we grabs him, naps him, grabs his heads, where he's in the boot, he's proper, where he's just fucking clips eyes up, belly on and all that, like a hood thing over his head, and he's wounded, and he's like, bah, bah, bah. So just put tape over his mouth, like, watch what happens to you, lad. Now, there isn't really any more information that he can give me, because I've got the information. So all I'm going to do now is play with him. I'm going to play with him, right? And to be fair, he is getting it, and it will be the last time he fucking sees his house again. Let's just put it that way. Last time he sees his mum, last time he sees his dad. And you know what? I'm sort of half like past the point of caring, where all these morals and all that. You know what? Lad, I might even just nap your ma and dad as well, and just make you watch what we do to them. Do you know what I mean? You start to end my bloodline, lad. I'm going to fucking end yours. So we've got this kid in the boot, and the phone's the dad, the phone's Lindsay's dad. I'm like, where he was like in the Aussie. I said, how's you doing? He's like, not so good, lad, this, that, you know, fluctuations and all that. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, I said, we've got them. He's like, where are you going? I said, that gaff. He's like, yeah, he went, hang on a minute. I said, what do you mean? He said, have you got, what are you going to do? I said, I'm just going to do this, that. Now, I had the intention of, like, you know, causing major damage, but I was only going to be like all in one night, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know about this stuff. So I said to the dad, what do you recommend? And he went, well, yeah, I want a piece of them as well, because he's looking at, mate, listen to him, he's a sick OG, mate. He gets on his hands, you know, he's got experience. He's like, let me go and speak to one of the surgeons in here. And I'm like, yeah. He said, he's one of my mates. I said, all right, go on, son. So I didn't know what it was. So he phoned me and he's like, yeah, send someone down to grab this stuff off me, now, these vials. I said, what are they? He went, well, what do you do? You know, they just paralyse you and, you know, you're still awake. I said, all right. I said, so what? Keeping them? He's like, lad, he said, let's keep them as long as we can keep them. And I was like, yeah, that's music to my ears, that's what I mean. I'm like, all right, sound. So then I send someone up there and he comes back with these vials, you know, injections and all that. And it's like, I don't know what they use it for, I suppose, and all that, but, you know, it's proper heavy gear, mate. And what it does is it paralyses you. So you're still awake, you're still, like, fully conscious, but you can't move, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, sound, that'll do. So I'm just like, go ahead, sound. So we get to all that, and then our kid's with me. So he goes, what are we going to do? So I told him, he's going to be, lad, you are sick. I'm like, shut up, lad. I said, he deserves it. He's like, I know. He said, I know he doesn't that. He said, but he's going like, this will be like mad to watch. He said, let's just watch what happens here. I'm like, yeah. I said, sound. He's going all right. I said, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to take him apart piece by piece, mate. Piece by piece. And I reckon, like, with these drips as well, because the dark past those drips and all that, I said, with these drips and that, I'm keeping alive for about 6 weeks. Now, what I already knew was if you're doing something like that, then all you need is like tablespoons of water and a tablespoon of honey every day. That keeps you alive for 6 weeks as well. 3 tablespoons of water and a tablespoon of honey. That'll keep a man alive while you torture him. Do you know what I mean? But this shit is next level, mate. This is next level. The kid in the booth, he can hear everything we're saying. Yeah, he can hear the phone calls, he can hear what we're doing. He knows what's coming to him, right? Because he just knows. And what we've done is, you know where the armrest is in the middle of the back? We've had that like open a bit so we can hear him. Do you know what I mean? He's wrapped up in that, he can't talk like that, he's got tape over and all that, but he can hear us. And it was on purpose because I want him to hear what we're going to do to him, do you know what I mean? So imagine what he's thinking, he must just be in a world of shit here, mate. So he gets to this gaff right now, wherever it is, it's secluded and it's sad and no one can hear you cry, mate, no one will hear a word. So I goes in first and I says to that kid, yeah, stay with him a minute while I go in first, see what's happened to the soft lad. Now, soft lad is the one who paid him. So goes down all the steps and all that, goes into the basement sort of part. As I'm walking down, right, it's just dead quiet. I'm thinking, that's a bit quiet. The butcher, I'm thinking, where's the butcher? Next thing the butcher comes out, he's like, what's that? And I said, what's that? And he's just got all kinds all over him, like aprons on and all that. And he just know that's just been a proper scene. I said, where's he? He said, he's in there. I said, done. He said, night, lad. I said, yeah. He said, with a twist though. When he goes in, the kid's got no arms. And there's this other kid there, and this other kid is like, he's the butcher's like, I think he's his nephew or something like that. I think he's just like keeping it in the family or something, like it's passed on from like generation to generation. I don't know, but this other kid, he was over the top happy for what it was. Like, what's happening? Oh, what's happening, mate? What's happening, mate? All shaking hands, like, there's a lot of buy. All right, Sam, that's your ball there. So I'm like, all right, I said, the other one's coming now. He said, what are we going to do? He said, I want to play with him for a bit, lads. I want to play with him for a bit. And me and the butcher, right, I met the butcher years ago, and I met the butcher. I was on a train when I met the butcher, and something happened. There was a bit of a kerfuffle, let's just say, kerfuffle on the train, and I stood on for the butcher because there was more to one than there was in, but he was blazed up and I didn't know that. So he was happy about it, and all that, but at the end of it, he went, yeah, he went, if you wouldn't have stood up there and tell me, he said, they would have went night and just showed me these blades, and I was just like, wow, I don't want to mess with someone like that. He just looks like a normal fella, but he's sick, he is the sickest kid ever. I ended up getting on him and all that, and this, that, and then when I spoke to the dad about him, the dad was like, I know him, yeah, he's called the butcher, and I'm like, he had blades, and he's like, yeah, he's the butcher, he will have. I was like, yeah. He said, he gets rid of people and all. I'm like, does he? Yeah. And to me at the time, because I was only brand new on the scene at the time, it just sounded like something of a film to me. But over the years, I realised that this kid's not messing around, you know what I mean? He's on your phone. Listen, he was sitting there eating his tea. He'll come and do you something. He'll go back and finish his tea off. Without the second thought in the world. He's just one of them types of fellas, you know what I mean? They're dangerous because he just looks proper sound, you know what I mean? We used to play like, not role play, but we used to talk in fiction, obviously, and be like, yeah, well, what you do? And he'd be like, psychological, lads, you're going psychological's the way forward. Before you do them, make them understand what you're going to do. You know, like proper sadistic fella, do you know what I mean? So I sort of after he was saying that, and we used to have this thing where we'd laugh about it. Now, at the time when we were talking about it, it was only a laugh, and he's going to give them questionnaires. I see what you mean? Ask them what the best food is, ask them what the best music is, and then just use it against them. So I was like, all right. So he said to me, what are you going to do with him now? I said, I want to bring him in now. I said, and he's going, do you want to give him a questionnaire? A questionnaire? Yes, I'll go ahead, lad. So he's like, all right, so he's got these, like, he's writing these things down, these questions down, all that. So I'm just looking at him thinking, yeah, he's sick. And now, listen, we're all in, right? And this is statistics, so brace yourself for this, because this just go, like, it's another level. And I think people were showing off in front of people as well, you know, just like, trying to get, because look what they did, now you might start thinking, yeah, right, look what he did to us, yeah. He killed an unborn kid. Even he shot a kid, the ricochet, it shot a kid who was nothing to do with it, and that kid got it in the shoulder, do you know what I mean? What about him? What about his family? What about his road to recovery? For what? 2 little bellends doing work for someone who they don't even know for dough. Lad. And his mate got put night on the night it happened by our kid, and he got 2 in his head. And this kid, he hasn't even moved out the house, you know. If that was me, and I done something like that, I wouldn't even be in the country. I would have been in somewhere snide like Uruguay. I'd have just been in Uruguay. I'd have been a farmer in Uruguay in the middle of nowhere, just like, yeah, sounds still para, even in the middle of Uruguay as a farmer. Do you know what I mean? But he went, it's like he didn't care. Yeah? And then he went to get his dough as well, in a boozer, off the fella who's paid him. and it's our boozer. Well, it's not ours, but it's our mates. How don't they know this information? It's bizarre. You know, lads, they just made that. And then, to put the icing on the cake, we goes there and the Sharon's outside. Lads, he didn't even have the bike. So he's taught, if I had that bike, it's going to be banging if someone sees it. But if I leave it out in the open, it'll be like, yeah, it wasn't me, or why would I leave it there? Listen, we know 101% it was you. We know it's you, because we've been watching you for ages. We know it's you. So there's absolutely no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in anyone's mind. So let's not get that mistaken, right? Let's just not get that mistaken. There's no doubt in our minds. It's him, right? And he's the one who's done it. So you know what? Now it's time to dance, mate. Now it's time to dance. You know what? I'm going to proper do some proper heavy things to you now, lad. Not just like, not only like you're fuming and you think I do this, I do that. Now, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I've turned to a different person. I'm going to be the horriblest person even I can think of. And I know some horrible people. Do you know what I mean? So I goes out to the car, says to that kid, right, what's that? He said, well, I said, take him in there, gonna let him see him for a minute, he's got a questionnaire for him. Our kid's going, what? I said, just take him down there, lad. So I'm sitting outside, right, and where the car is, there's loads of it's like land around it. So I'm just building a joint, I'm having a joint and all that, and I'm just like, my head's going. Our kid comes back and he's going to me, lad, he's sick. I'm like, any lad? He's going, yeah, you wouldn't think it, would you? I'm like, nah, you wouldn't. Lad's going, what you doing? He said, he's got a questionnaire for him. So I'm telling him what it is. He goes, oh, lad, you're fucked. I'm like, innit? I said, lad, is there any limo? He went, what? He said, how do I know, lad? I said, you know, the other day, he said, yeah. I said, where's your bag? He's going, lad, the bag's in the boot. So I was like, yes, lad, it is right, because I didn't know that. Now, the car, what he's on about, it's like round the back, because we come here in the car first, and we had a plate already here, so then we've gone and grabbed them to run them back here, do you know what I mean? Because we're going to melt that car, obviously, and then we're going to go back in the other car. So I'm like, yeah, lad, I told you, I'll have a little stripe on that. And, you know, so I was in the dark phone with me. He's like, what time? So I said, are you there? I said, yeah. He said, all right. I said, it'll be about an hour and a half. I said, all right. He went, don't end him. I said, I'm home. So I said, listen, I've got plans and that. He's like, all right. So I said, he's like, she's still out, mate. I said, I might get down there later. And he's like, no. He said, leave it tonight. He said, just do what you're dealing with, and I'll come and see you in a bit. He said, I'm going to bring a couple of people with me as well. I'm like, all right, sounds. He's like, yeah. He said, what you doing? I said, well, he's gone night. The other one, you know, the money pays him. He's like, all right. He said, he's been dismembered. I'm like, yeah. He went, I do it. To him, it's just not. But, you know, I'm not being funny, I'm not shook off it. But, you know, when you're walking down, you see people like, you know, all dismembered and no arms and all that, and everyone's laughing about it. You know, he didn't deserve it. So it's not even like you don't feel our ass. You're just like, yeah, it is what it is. And you just like, you know what I mean? Next thing you just get out the bag of lemons, like bang, and you know what? It was like, I don't know, it was mad. As soon as I had a stripe in it, right, I was just like, you know what? I started getting angry. You know, sometimes when you have a stripe in it, it like sort of like enhances what mood you're in. So if you're angry and you have a stripe, you're 10 times angry, or if you're happy, you're 10 times happier. So this you know, and I don't mean a stripe, I mean like heavy, I mean like gram stripes, one up each nostril, do you know what I mean? Proper flake raw. So it's just kicked in, right, and I'm just like, you know what, right, I'm thinking, you know what, now's the time, and all that. So this kid had been brought in the other day, we had like a hood over his head and all that. So he's been sat down in one room, and his mate who paid him, he's in the other room, right. Now I already know about his mate, obviously. So I just walks in the gaff, right, and you know, as soon as I crossed that silver line on the door, I was a different person, mate. I don't know what, it was evil, you know, and looking back at it, it was evil, mate, but it was deserved. So sometimes you have to do the wrong thing for the right reason, and you know what, I'm not even asked. It was the right thing. He done wrong, he didn't need to do that, but I'm doing right because I'm rectifying that. So if he'll do that to us, he'll do it to anyone. Yeah, could be your kids, at a birthday party, it could be anyone. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm a martyr, I'm not trying to say I did it for the people. I've done it for me and my unborn kid that he's just killed, and my baby who's lying in hospital now, who's potentially going to be paralysed for the rest of her life. I'm not going to leave that girl, I'm not going to walk away from her, I'm going to be side by side with her no matter what. So look what you've done to all of us. Now, I'm not being like, oh, it's a bird, and it's not, it's a bird, but look what you've done to me life. We're only young, we were only young. Yeah, we were supposed to have a kid. That was the start of the family. I didn't even know about the kid. And I'm just winding myself up, right? And I just walks down, this kid's just sitting there with us on, and I'm just like, take it off his head. Let him see what's going on. What's happening, lads? How are you doing, mate? You feeling all right, eh? Feeling good, are you, lads? Ooh, you're in a world of pain now, lads, aren't you? Hey, you're in a world of pain now, lads. You know why? Because watch what we do to you, lads, yeah? Yeah, do you want to see something funny, lads? You know, and you're laughing, lads, you and your mate on the bike letting all kinds off in funerals. Do you want to see something funny, lads? Yeah. Here's something funny, lads. Bring him in. Bring him in. Not the lads who paid you. Do you want to see where he is now? You ready, lads? Face that way, face that way. Bring him in. There he is, lads. Say hello. Oh, we can't talk, can he? Oh, where's his arms gone, lads? Where's his arms gone, lads? Where's his arms? Bring one of his arms in. You want to shake hands with him? Yeah, tell you what, shake hands with your mate who paid you, lads. Shake his hand. Shake his fucking hand now. Shake your mate's hand, lads. They are a lovely little reunion, this, isn't it, lads? Get him out of my face right now. See you, lads. See you, right. Say my little kid's name, lads. Say his name. You got the card, didn't you? You got the card, didn't you? Say my little kid's name, lads, who you killed. Say it. Say his name. Say his fucking name, right? See this hand, lads? This hand's going to do something to you, right? That you've only had in nightmares, lads. Say my little fucking kid's name now. Say it. Baby Thomas. Bang! Craft knife in his mouth, tongue out, you little fucking rat. Yeah, hold your tongue, lads, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue in the same man just shook your mate's hands with, lads. Now, do you know what this is, lads? Do you know what I've got here? Pass me that needle. Do you know what this is, lads? Ooh, it's not Bobby, lads, because if it was Bobby, you'd be flying. Do you know what it is, lads? It's called paralytics, lads. Now, do you know what this does to your mate? Do you know what this does to your mate? It makes you fully aware of what's going on. You can feel the pain, right? But guess what? You won't be able to move, right? Because you know when you think that you're getting it now and you've come to accept that you're getting it now, you're not getting it now, lads. I'm going to keep you for weeks, lads. You are getting it, right? And here's what we're going to do to you, lads. Fingers are gone, but they're not gone where they're at the edges. We're going to clip tie it so you don't bleed out, right? So there's that. We're going to take every one of your fingers, lad, right? See your legs? We've got tourniquets, lads. Yeah, we're going to take them off, yeah? I'm going to take everything off you, lads. I'm going to take your toes, I'm going to take your feet, I'm going to take your legs, I'm going to take everything off you, one by one. See this drip, right? I want to keep it alive, lads. You are in a world of pain now, lad, right? And I mean, what cat got your tongue? The fact you had the audacity to let off in funerals, right? Even just that alone, lads, on your little shed-ons thinking you're on one. Let's see how much you're on one now, lad, yeah? Let's see how much you're on one now. Give me the list. Does he answer the questions, yeah? Your favourite song, yeah? Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do, lads. I'm going to put your favourite song on repeat for you while you're getting it. So your favourite song is going to be playing over and over and over and over in your head, over and over and over. And can you see the room what you're in now? Lad, you're 4 floors down, yeah? You're 4 floors down. Guess what? No one's going to hear you. No one's going to come to you. No one's going to do nothing for you. And guess what else? I've got your brother. Your brother's coming tonight, yeah? Your brother's coming tonight. And he's going to be sitting with you. And we're going to do the same to him as well, right? I'm going to give you this coin now. I want you to flick up. I want you to nod once for heads. And I want you to nod twice for tails. And you know if you get it wrong, there's your mum and dad coming too. You want to start playing fucking games with me, lads? You just killed me little baby, lads. You've killed me unborn child. Me bird. You've paralysed me bird, lads. Watch what I fucking do to you, mate. And I'm excited about it. Right? And it's not just going to be me. It's going to be a few other people as well, yeah? Do you know who our kid is, lads? Do you remember him? Guess what? Here's our kid as well, lads, yeah? And that was his nephew, lads. So think about that, lads. Think about that, right? The doctor said he was a little boy, lads. But, you know, you took that away from me, lads. You killed my little unborn baby, lad, right? For money, lads, yeah? Where's your boss, lads? Oh, your boss is in bits. He's in bits, isn't he, lads? What's happening, lads? Hey, give him a little wave. What's going down, bro? Yeah? Know what, lads? That's it. Let the games fucking begin, lads. And you know what? Flick the coin now. Give me that. Flick the coin now, right? Do you want heads or do you want tails, mate? You want heads, okay? You ready for heads? Now, this is your mum and dad's life upon it. And anyone else in the house, right? Whoever's in that fucking house. We've got your address. Is this your address? Nod once for yes. 2 for no. Well, you don't need to nod twice because we already know. Do you want to know why? Pass me the envelope. Because here's the pictures of them all, lads. You didn't think it through, did you, lads? You didn't think it through. Yeah, you didn't think it through. Now, you know what? I sit here sometimes, right? And the game I'm in, lad, right? It's sometimes it could be, you know, it'd be disastrous, right? But you lads, you are gonna get it on another level, right? That you can't even fathom. Whatever you're thinking now, it's gonna be well worse every day. You will be crying for me to kill you, lads. And you know what? I'm not going to do it, because I've got to go and see my bird who's in the hospital, lad. So while I go to the hospital, you're going to be sitting here, lad, just imagining the horrific shit I do to you as soon as I see you lying in that bed, yeah? Lad, you made your bed, right? And you're not going to lie in it. You're going to be in pieces in it, you little fucking rat. Right, so let's all calm down again. Right, that was Collide. That's season 2, right? That it's heavy, that, and it's getting heavy in it. Now, listen, I need to state to you that this is all fictional. Don't try anything of this at home. Right, we're going to pick up where we left off on the next episode, right? So I'll brace yourself for the next episode. It's going to be sick, right? I don't want to push me luck, because I feel like I don't even know if this is going to be acceptable on YouTube, right? But it is only fictional. I'm a storyteller, I'm a narrator, it's a drama, fictional series, right? So, don't start taking it to that, don't start, right? And, you're still listening now, you're just sick. You're just sick note anyway. Right, so let's leave it at that for now, and let's see if this one gets published, right? And if it does get published, then we're going to set the boundary even more for the next episode, right? I love you all, yeah? Scouser out.